We are back and kind of better than ever. James here on the podcast. I'm Brennan, second cup of sunrise. It is Wednesday,
Yes.
December 10th. How are you? How's the family?
I'm glad to be back. Yes,
Yes.
thank you. As we often say on this program, it's easier to be at work than it is to be at home.
It is. It is. That is one thing I learned becoming a parent. It's one thing to be sick yourself, which you and I both we never worked prior to becoming dads.
right.
Had sick days, couldn't roll them over, just left them. 2 weeks each year.
2 full weeks. You left maybe one sick day back in the single no kids
Yeah.
days. But now I literally think I might be down to like 8 hours. It's crazy. So this is the progression, right? So over the weekend, the sickness is starting to come in the Gilbert's household. My wife's not feeling great. My daughter's not feeling great. Monday, she doesn't go to school, and then she's not feeling great. My daughter and my wife too. Honestly, she was not feeling great. So I took off the noon show because I'm like, okay, I got to take care of her. Go home, take care of her, and then I am just going downhill fast. Like I could feel a tickle in my throat on Sunday, and you and I both on Monday morning were like, don't feel great, but we pushed through it. Monday night, I was like, I'm done. So I texted. I was like, Kayla able to come work for me. Thank goodness. Filled in for me yesterday. Got a long night's sleep. Was able to just take care of myself, and then my daughter as well. And so then we were on the up and up last night, and so I was able to come in today. So that was good. And I'm still kind of like a little groggy, but for what it's worth, I'm able to work. So that's good there. Update on the car.
Oh yeah, the battery issue.
Remember the battery died.
Sunday you had to jump it.
I had to jump it on Sunday. Told that story. So I go to the dealership, and they're like also confused about it as well. They're like,
here we go.
What's going on? But the check engine light had remained on.
Yeah.
Which is I was happy about. I would rather be rolling in with the check engine light on, so they have an issue. It's like
that's the thing where they plug it in, they run the code, and it kind of
Exactly.
tells them what the issue is.
And that's what they do with everything. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll figure it out. No, you won't figure it out.
you plug it in, the
your
computer spits out what's
diagnostics.
wrong. Yeah.
And then the computer will tell you what
Yeah.
you need to do. So, because the last thing I wanted to do is to roll into the dealership and then have no issue. They're like,
Right.
what's wrong? Everything's fine. So they look at it, and the battery had a busted fuse within the battery.
Oh, inside
of the battery, there was a
inside
broken
the computer,
part.
like Zoolander. Yeah, inside the battery.
Inside the battery. So I was honestly happy about that. They just replaced it. Obviously, it was on warranty. You know what I mean? It's batteries are like $300 nowadays.
Yeah,
they're not
and
cheap.
this is 3 months old too.
Yeah, it's
well
got
within it.
6,000 miles on it. So they replaced that, which is nice, even though like they didn't have it there, so they had to get it shipped from another shop. So it took like 3 hours. Replacing a battery is like a 45-minute job. But whatever. Got the battery replaced, and I asked, like, do you normally see this with a car? She's like, no, this is extremely rare. This never happens. I'm like, great.
A fluke.
It was a fluke, but whatever. I got a new battery in there, so it's ready to go. So that got resolved, and we're back at it.
Back at it. Our issues is I didn't always be the last one in the cycle.
Yeah.
Batter up to the plate to
Right.
get sick. So I had that. We were in the same boat Monday. I had some stuff to do yesterday.
You
and
muscled through.
I am one of those ones that have said, like, if you're sick, stay home. Like, don't bring it to the place. I've always said that. If you can, if your work allows it, the work days, do it.
Yeah.
But maybe yesterday I shouldn't have, but I had some stuff scheduled, and
Yeah.
I had an interview come in, and they're like, hi, Brennan. I'm like, no handshake. I'm going to have
Right.
someone else put the mic on you.
Yeah.
6 feet will be good. I wiped down everything.
Yeah.
So I got okay, and I felt better. And I actually yesterday, still battling some of this, I said, I'm going to go out for a run.
Yeah.
Because there's this old saying, and I looked it up, can you run with a cold? And it's like one of the top Google things that comes up.
Sure.
And it's like, the saying is something, if it's in your head, go ahead. If it's in your chest, rest.
Rest. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so that's easy. So
Yeah.
neck up, if that's what's bothering you, if it may be your ears or it's your sinuses, sure, go ahead. Might even
Yeah.
open it up. And it did. I could
it's
breathe the
lungs.
first time in a couple of days.
That's kind of nice.
So it was good. And so I did all that. I feel better. I did go to the store to get some like little Alka-Seltzer, the generic, just dropping your drink for
Yeah.
cold. This works wonders.
It's
awesome.
the most basic of things.
I know. Put it in hot water. Who knows what's in it? Chug it. And I'm like, great. Feel like $1 million. So much better today.
That's good. For what it's worth, this building promotes 6 feet. You know, it's a very big
It does.
building, one, because you go to, I remember some of my old studios, it's cramped, you know.
Mhm.
We have a huge studio. We have a big newsroom.
Mhm.
Everything is big. A lot of people have their own offices. I have my own. So like COVID, we did pretty well in this building because you really could set up 6 feet. We had a whole area downstairs that we pushed a lot of the reporters down there. So for what it's worth, if you are like, even if you're contagious, you're able to manage giving each other room and space in
Yeah.
this building specifically.
And people will get colds. And I mean, that could be a week to 10 days. And it's just, if you felt okay.
Right.
I did when I was going around the house the other day. This would have been Monday afternoon. I said, you know what? I got to have a COVID test around here somewhere. I didn't have
Yeah.
a fever, nothing with a throat or anything. And I was digging through some cabinets, found one. Who knows what the expiration date was?
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
had bumped all those back. So I got one. I had lost the instructions, but we did so many of them. You remember, like
Yeah.
the basics. Okay, it's swirl 15 times. It's probably 3 or
Right.
4 drops. Put it in there.
Give yourself a swab. Yep.
Put that on the counter.
Positive.
No. No, that would have been the kicker here. No, it didn't. It was good. And then I realized, you idiot, that's probably the last one. You might
Yeah.
need one in a couple of weeks
Yeah,
after
that's
that.
funny.
But yeah.
Oh, man.
And then it just gave me
You just
so many
yeah.
flashbacks to the days of, I had it once,
Yeah.
and it was after the whole family did. I was feeling fine, and I was outside, and I was like, you know what, let me take one in case. And that was the one time I had it, and it was just miserable. I did at one point, because we had a newborn, so just a couple months old at
Yeah.
the height of all this.
Right.
Did you ever go to one of the National Guard lines to get tested? Where they had like the
Yep.
3-foot swab
We did.
that touched the back of your brain, went out your skull, and then
Yeah,
came
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Oh, and then you had to wait days
MCC.
to get it. I think so. Yeah, in Brighton.
It was at
yeah.
MCC. I remember that. Yeah, you like rolled your window down just like a little tiny bit, and they were wearing a hazmat suit.
It was. You went through the big tunnel.
You're wearing
It was
a mask,
like
you pull
you're
your mask down.
you're coming in from the zombie world, going into the place that's under full quarantine. It was just wild.
That
and then
was
it was just
so
at home.
intense.
It was, and it was. You lean back and just you felt it touch like your eyeball.
Yeah,
but
they jammed it
yeah,
in there.
that brought back some memories. But all
What a
okay.
mess.
I want to bring up something.
Yes.
I got my first phone bill ever.
Oh.
Because I
Yes,
am no
that's right,
longer
'cause you
on my
changed your,
dad's plan.
right.
And I'm sure other people have this. And when I looked at it, and it's just funny because all these companies will be like, we'll give you a $50 line, free iPhone 17. Great.
Right.
Everyone has it. AT&T, Verizon, who I ended up with, they all run basically the same thing. And then you go in and they're like, okay, well, the first month you don't get the discount because you need to add in auto pay, but you need a first full month of being deducted from your bank account to show that you can pay it before you
wow.
get that $10 off. You got to have your second line when your wife comes over. She hasn't done that yet because
Yeah.
it's another extra step. So my bill basically right now is $65. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
1 month and then it gets back down to 55 or whatever. And then I looked at the surcharges and taxes and fees that came with that
Yeah.
first bill.
Oh, man.
And it's a drop down menu for each one. And I look at surcharges. It says federal university service charge, $5.68. Regulatory charge, 21 cents. Admin and telco recovery charge, $3.78. Gross receipt surcharge, $1.63.
What?
And then I go to taxes and government fees.
Yeah.
And it says State Public Safety Commission, $1.20. Local Public Safety Commission surcharge, 30 cents, which
course.
is probably 911 goes to
They
that.
got to take their.
State sales tax, $2.24. County sales tax, $2.24.
Holy cow.
All of that added up to a combined, so 16, 17 bucks. And
Every
that's-
month.
That's going to be monthly on it.
Every month.
And I was like, I just thought it was, maybe you haven't like opened those in a long time on your bill to look
That's
at it. It's just like
incredible.
all the different charges that go into it.
Right. Wow.
And then I'm paying the
Fees.
first time activation fee.
That's worse than like an airline.
It is. It's worse than StubHub or Ticketmaster.
Right.
So when it's all said and done, that first $50 bill
Yeah.
is going to run me $140.
Man, that's amazing. That's so high. It's like that. Everybody's got a phone, right?
Yes.
So when you get these things that where everybody has it, the people above, are always trying to get their hands in there because
Yeah.
they know that that's a monthly fee that you're always going to pay no matter what. It's
I
like
know.
everybody tries to get into real estate because it's such a profitable business because you're always going to be able to make money off of it.
Yeah.
Cell phones, everybody's always going to have a cell phone and always have a cell phone bill.
I was just like, it was just wild looking
Oh,
at that.
man.
So
30 cents, $1.10. It's
know.
such small amounts.
what is
but
21 cents? But then you times that times 20 million people in the state.
Right.
Whatever.
And
Yeah.
just in the state. It's
Yeah.
that's incredible.
You had Daniel Jones on your fantasy team.
I did. Yeah, back in the day.
And then he blows his Achilles.
Yeah.
Old man
Got rid of
Phillip
him before
Rivers
that. Yeah.
coming back to the Colts.
How about that?
I saw this come out Monday. They're like, they're going to bring him in to work him out. And he
Yes.
hasn't played in 5 years. He's 44. He last played with the Colts, but his heyday was when he was with the Chargers in San Diego, like a real gunslinger.
Yes.
They were a team that would always have like 10 or 11 wins getting to Thanksgiving, and then they just fall off the map and don't make the playoffs.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. The Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers. And so he comes and he does a workout for the Colts. It's like, still got it, and they signed him yesterday.
Isn't that
We'll see who
crazy?
plays this weekend. It's
What,
wild.
what's he thinking?
Heard an interview with him because he retired. And so that started the 5-year window on when you can be eligible for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he'd be coming up. So this will delay it at least a little bit for another year, but he wants to come back and play what he's been doing. So he's got 10 kids.
10 kids.
Doesn't want to be home for the holidays, I guess. He's been coaching high school football in Alabama. He's 44-16 as the coach. He went 13-1 this year.
That's a good record.
It's good. And I did read something from some NFL reporters that he was basically running the Indianapolis Colts style offense at high school and been
Yeah.
coaching with their coach, so
That's
a little
so
familiar
funny.
with it.
Hey, you know what? If as long as you have a quarterback can throw the ball, that's what you need.
He's going to come back and
in high
play.
school.
They play Seattle this weekend with a great defense. Take that first
Seattle's
hit
one
at
of the
44.
best teams in the league right now.
I know. I did look, and this is this CBS article about 44-year-olds and playing. So
Yeah.
Sunday, it'll be 1,800 days since his last game, which happened to be against the Bills in January of 2021.
How about that?
How about that? And then I saw another one about players who are older than 40 who have such a random stat. Most receiving yards for people over the age of 40. Jerry Rice has 2,500. Tom Brady has 6 yards receiving.
For some weird
He had some catch. So
forward pass from him.
if Phillip
Wide
Rivers catches a 7-yard pass himself this
Yeah.
weekend from someone, he's
Yeah.
second place all time.
Oh, that's
for
pretty cool.
receiving yards
Over
for the
40.
over 40.
That's so funny.
It's wild.
So I saw Phillip Rivers back at the LA Stadium September 23rd, 2018. I had to go back in the archives.
Oh,
That's
look!
a picture of him that I took.
They got great uniforms.
Yeah, love it. It was a Rams Chargers game, and at the Coliseum, and it was just so lax. It was a beautiful day in September when I went out to LA, my one-time visit, my buddy out there. We just walked all the way up as close as we could get, and I'm just screaming, Phil, Phil, and I just kept repeating it until he looked at me. And then when he did, of course, I waved like annoyingly, and then he waved back, which was pretty cool. My
about
one
that?
moment with Phillip Rivers, and I'm a Broncos fan, so I always hated the Chargers.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what?
He's a legend.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you love your rivals.
Yeah.
You know? So so I gave him a big shout out there. So that's my one experience with Phillip Rivers. And it was the Rams crushed the Chargers then. Jared Goff passed for 350 yards. Todd Gurley
Look at the stats
was
from it.
running the
I love
ball
it.
for over 100 yards. And it was such a fun game because it was so beautiful outside, tailgating, and
How was the Coliseum, by the way? I
was
think you're like
gorgeous.
the only person I know that's been.
It is very cool. It's
Yeah.
really, it's like literally like a coliseum.
Yeah.
Everything's very old school, all concrete, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool like mezzanine areas, and it's a beautiful stadium.
Man, that is
Throwback.
wild.
2018, I saw him play.
We'll get into some news. I want to talk about this crazy, crazy story. And this is the most read story that we have on our website at rochesterfirst.com. So this woman, a mother, had her car stolen 4 times. 3 times this year. And she's a mother of 4, a healthcare worker. Said the trouble started in 2023. And then in recent months is when she had it boosted 3 times. She realized her car was gone when she worked an overnight shift earlier this year. And she had filed police reports and trying to get it. And but she was going to owe money if the vehicle was repossessed. Dealers told her she was going to need at least another $6
There's the
grand if she
evidence.
was getting a new car. And there's some of the evidence on that. So a week after one of these thefts, she said she spotted her license plates while driving a rental car with her daughter.
Yeah.
She said, I happened to be driving down Lake Avenue and the vehicle was across the street, parked in a driveway. She blocks it in. You see some photos here.
There's
They
the
can't go
cop.
forward. They can't go anywhere. And then she just kind of described a little bit of that moment in her own words.
They can't go forward, they can't go backwards, they can't do anything. and I'm just sitting there looking at them, and they're looking at me. The driver gets out, and he's like, "Ma'am, is this your vehicle? What are you doing in my vehicle?" It was given to me.
So that's the person that stole, quote unquote, saying it was given to me. So somebody must have stolen it and then gave it to them.
Yeah, whatever the story shakes out to be, RPD ended up making the arrest of this person. She actually said there was a second person that had made a run for it from that car, but that is just wild in that moment, and we can't put ourselves in her shoes of imagining what she was going through. And for anyone out there who may be like, she was silly, that was crazy, we did in the interview ask her, like, would you do it again? She was like, I'm thankful nothing happened, and absolutely not. And she was like, it was just in that moment,
A rush of emotions,
kind of froze and just went
frustration.
through it. And I was just like, oh my
I'm
gosh.
sure right when she did it, she probably slapped 911 immediately and said,
Yeah.
there's my stolen car.
Yeah.
Please, like, I've trapped the person in. Come get this person.
She'd used air tags to follow it. It'd been a problem
Yeah.
with that. And now she's like, I just want the car gone. She's trying to get rid of this one.
Sure.
All the bad
Right.
vibes with it. The
Hopefully
luck
it gets
she's had.
totaled. She wants it to get totaled, I bet, at this point.
Yeah, and to get something from it. And you think about her. I mean, she brought a daughter here to the station. Hopefully she's okay. Izzy did that story, but just want to share that. It's terrible. All the people that had the stolen cars. It was just such a wild thing.
Confronts it. You confront, and you, like that, I think you kind of dream of that scenario, like you want to confront the person. And
You
then
never know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
How that situation will end.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
you catch a squirrel. You didn't mean to catch a squirrel, but
Yeah.
you don't know what to do with it when you got it.
Or like the dog chasing a car, what's it going to do when it has it? Like
Yeah,
the old saying.
exactly.
It was scary, but we had that going on. We got more coming up on the pod on this Tuesday in Wednesday. Just a bit.
Wednesday.
forget.
I know,
I've
right.
been here.
You skipped
You were
it.
out. We'll be here in just a bit. Back here with James on this Wednesday morning of the pod, second cup of sunrise. Want to have a little fun here. What a
Yeah.
crock. The new SpongeBob collab for the upcoming movie. So these are Crocs, obviously, for Patrick, Squidward, and SpongeBob. You see them there. I love the Squidward ones. So these are coming out because they do have the new movie that'll be hitting theaters coming up on the 19th. You can get these coming up on the 11th. I believe they're retailing for about $79, and they're going to go pretty quick. The Patrick and SpongeBob clogs are restocks of designs that sold out in 2024 when they did it. Did you have Crocs?
No.
I think we've had this conversation. No.
Kids both have Crocs.
Kids both had them. I had them during the first wave. So 2000s, 2002,
And they're
3,
comfortable.
around that, they were so comfortable. But then I came to the decision they belong in hospitals or
Yeah.
at offices, wherever you are, dental offices. But now it's kids. Those,
Right.
and then the old man New Balances, which have come back in a big way.
Long white socks.
Long white socks,
Yeah.
short shorts, and
might-
having that.
I might get them for like around the house wear.
Yes,
Because I always wear my slides around the house
all the time.
Because I don't like my feet on the hardwood floor because I just am an old man now. So I always like to have some sort of like slipper on.
Yeah.
Usually in the house. So I might do that, but I just have like $15, $20 Adidas slides that I wear
Just
around
cheap.
the house.
And you can get like knockoff versions of
Yeah,
the Birkenstocks or these
true.
anywhere to have that. I haven't done the fur ones just because if I'm going out, I'm going to the garbage can or to the car.
Yeah.
And we want it for snow, something quick just to slide on and off. I've got an outside one and an inside one. And but the fur might
You know the
might
story
be
of
great.
how Crocs started?
No.
Idiocracy?
No. I didn't know
Did
this.
you know the movie Idiocracy? So in the movie Idiocracy, they were looking the person that dressed most of the characters, most of the people in this like weird world of Idiocracy was looking for like a goofy shoe that they thought nobody would ever like because it looked so stupid at the time. So in the movie Idiocracy, everyone is wearing Crocs. Because they were like, let's find this weird brand that they don't think is going to take off and looks dumb, that makes people look like idiots.
No one's going to have them.
And they picked Crocs,
And now they're
And now
60
they're
to 80 bucks.
the most popular brand in the country.
Yeah.
Isn't that so
And
funny?
different spinoffs.
Yeah,
It was wild.
If you watch Idiocracy back, everybody is
I'll
wearing
have to
Crocs.
go back and look.
And this is before Crocs became big.
I need to go look at that.
Isn't that funny?
That's right. This is wild.
Yeah, I learned that stat, and every time I think of Crocs, I always think of the
always
movie
think of that.
Idiocracy, which is such a weird cult classic movie, but it's so goofy, but it is like kind of real, and it's like scary.
After this, I'm gonna go pull up a trailer, some clips.
Yeah,
try
yeah,
to see if I can
spot
find them, the pictures from them. They might be good for today if you have to do some quick things outside, because we do have the snow and then the rain. And by the way, I talked a little bit about this yesterday. The state is saying don't be salting New York. They're
Yes.
basically telling everyone to limit how much salt you're using, not because of a run on it or anything, but just because of environmental impacts, wildlife, who it may get it picked up, paws on pets, anything like that.
Yeah.
And
It's
there's
not
a whole
good for the Great Lakes.
no, there's a whole story on our website of what they're saying do about how you can even reuse some. Don't do it when you're below 15. So the mornings we have to come up because it's not effective at
Right.
that point. And I can remember the last time that I had salt and put it down. I tried to avoid it.
Yeah, and you got both cars in the garage.
Correct, most
which,
time,
which
yes.
makes
Yes.
a big difference.
Huge.
And you also got a plow, which ideally comes. So for me, there was a situation probably when we first moved in 2021, something like that. Something happened in the neighborhood. I don't remember what it was, but something mischievous happened in the neighborhood, and there was a Monroe County sheriff walking around asking questions or something like that. I can't remember what it was. A stolen car or something. I don't know. So the sheriff came to the front door, knocked on the door, talked to me. I don't even remember the conversation. But what I do remember is at the end of the conversation, it was in the wintertime. The sheriff goes, "Oh, and by the way, you should salt your front driveway, your front walkway. It was really slippery."
Ooh.
That's what the Monroe County Sheriff told me about that. And ever since then, I salt the walkway
care
to
of
my
it.
front door. Because of that one time. So I do usually what I'll do is I don't salt my entire driveway. I salt like a long strip and then make sure that one strip is shoveled from my mailbox to my garage and then to the front door. So I don't salt the whole thing, but I do a little bit of salting.
Do you use a big scoop and just throw it out? I
do.
like the big wave like people. Oh, there you go.
No, I just
That's
do
good.
a little,
Yeah.
little bit. I don't go crazy with it.
Yeah,
I
have
try
that.
to salt responsibly, but don't tell the Webster Highway Department
Yeah.
that probably dumps salt on every road possible.
I know, big time. You see it all the time with the trucks. I do have a few neighbors. I'll see them go out there, and it's just like a big blue wave when they throw the scoop, and it's
Yeah.
just,
Right.
and I can just see it,
Yeah, just spraying it everywhere.
and it works. It works.
It
but
works.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
It does.
work.
It does.
Unfortunately, it's also polluting.
yes. They're just saying limit what you can.
Try to use less. Yes.
The weather. This is actually, snow and rain aside, going to be one of the warmest days we're going to have in a bit.
That's right. Temperatures are climbing right now. And if you look at this radar satellite loop, you see like a little pink flash there in Monroe County. That is a sign we're already starting to see a little bit of a changeover from snow to rain. So it'll be that just kind of slushy mess out there from probably 10 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. Then we're going to go back to snow, and then it's going to be lake effect overnight and then into tomorrow. And then the extended outlook just shows very cold air into the weekend as well. So you're looking at numbers here, teens, 20s for really into early next week.
And speaking of, by the way, I wanted to pull up a camera.
Yes.
Live view. So this morning.
Oh, that looks good.
It looks great. So this is downtown at Main and Clinton.
That's encouraging.
During our sunrise show, I mean, this was white everywhere.
Snow-covered
But yeah,
roads, yeah.
so
You can see a little bit, like
Yeah.
right in the middle of the intersection where you don't see a lot of cars.
Yeah.
There's like a little kind of slushiness, but not terrible.
that looks good. We'll have a flash freeze overnight.
Maybe.
Maybe?
I mean, you're going from upper 30s and the roads are wet
Yeah.
to the 20s and teens. So I think there will be areas that will be icy. Your driveway is probably going to be icy. Sidewalks, things like that. Places that aren't treated will be icy. And then the lake effect's tricky going into tomorrow. Where does it end up? Does it end up, along 104? Probably better chance there than it does Finger Lakes.
That's why we're on air again at noon talking about it. And then tomorrow morning at sunrise at 5. And as always on the podcast soon after that. See ya.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.